away from me!
What can I do you for?
I'd like to play some cards.
Ah, my favorite customer. What can I do for you?
Let's not beat around the bush. You took advantage of Evgeny and stole his journal. I want it back.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. The journal is in a safe place, and a week from now it will be in the even safer hands of a wealthy art collector.
You already managed to make a deal with somebody?
Where there is a product, there is always a customer. You just need to know where to look. I consider finding both of them my special talent.
You really are shameless, aren't you?
Lisa, I am simply a businessman. And as a good businessman, I always take a meeting. Would you care to make me a counteroffer? Or perhaps even leave it to a game of chance?
I know there's no point in playing with you. You'll cheat anyway.
I am offended, Lisa. Hurt, even. But I simply can't stay mad at you for long. Oh, if you won't play for it, what do you suggest instead? Would you care to make me a counteroffer? Or perhaps even leave it to a game of chance?
Fine, I'll bite. How much will it cost to buy the book from you?
I did get quite a good price for it already. And it could hurt my reputation as a salesman, you know. But I like you, Lisa, I really do. And just for you, I can resell it for 500 coins.
500? Are you completely insane?
Oh, is that too much for you? Oh, you must not be much of a reader, dear. Art isn't cheap, and personal notes from a recent poetic sensation are worth a lot of money to the right customer.
I don't think we'll manage to find a common language here.
Suit yourself. But remember, the offer stands for another week. After that, it's out of my hands, both literally and metaphorically.
He's clearly cheating somehow. I bet someone here is familiar with Kirill's schemes. Maybe if I can convince a barkeep to share a secret or two.
What would you like?
Care to join me in a vodka shot? My treat.
Thanks. I'd like that. It's been a day.
To your health.
Cheers.
What's your name?
I'm Iskra. What's yours?
Lisa. Nice to meet you.
Same. Thanks for the drink again. Doesn't happen often.
So... hard day?
Same day every day, really. The pay is shit. Customers are pigs. No offense.
None taken.
I'm so exhausted after working all night that I drop dead as soon as I reach my bed. And then, it's time to go back here again. I'm starting to forget what daylight looks like.
Trust me, I know exactly what you mean.
I thought you'd understand.
So... how about another shot?
Hey, why the hell not?
So... people gamble here, don't they? I'm a fan of cards myself. Maybe I should play around.
Suit yourself. If I were you, I'd avoid playing with Kirill.
Why's that?
Let's just say he ends up winning, more often than others.
Is that so? How does he manage that?
I really can't say more, and what you already heard, you didn't hear from me, alright?
Of course. Mum's the word. She definitely knows the way Kareel's cheating. Maybe it's time to have a little chat somewhere more private. So, how about another shot?
Hey, why the hell not?
So, you know, as much as I like this place, the choice of drinks could use some refinement.
No arguments here.
I'm actually somewhat of a mixologist myself. I bet if I had a look at what you have stored, I could make a nice cocktail for us both.
Sounds intriguing. Ah, what the hell? Let's do it. Follow me to the back room. We keep all the fresh produce there. Just don't let Kiril see you.
No problem.
Well, here it all is. Clean glasses, hard liquors, mixers, fruit. Can't wait to see what you're going to make.
Most of the labels are handwritten. Are they producing the liquor themselves? I'm not even going to bother asking about their license. Here's what I'd like you to tell me, Iskra. You will tell me exactly how Kareel cheats.
He uses a marked deck and always knows the next card by the tiny dots on the sleeve. He only deals winning cards to himself and only lets the player win when he needs to prove he is playing fairly.
Oh, that crafty bastard. Thank you, Iskra. This will come in handy. I should go back and tell Evgeny before Kareel sells the journal. Anyone who orders food around here must be out of their mind. Anastasia did invite me over for dinner, but I can't show up empty-handed. Maybe I could get a little something for her at the general store.
Hello, young lady. How may I help you?
What should I pick up for Anastasia? Ah, Chopin's Waltz in A minor. Now, that is a perfect gift. A little pricey, but Anastasia will surely be ecstatic.
What is this?
Strange. The lights are on, so someone must be home. Is that smoke I smell? Anastasia? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. The door is open. Please let yourself in. Go down, you son of a bitch! There, that's better. Sorry about that. Welcome to my humble abode.
Goodness, are you all right? What happened here?
Don't worry about it. Just a little mishap in the kitchen. I only left the room for a moment, but evidently it was still too long. Sadly, I'm afraid that means that dinner quite literally went up in flames.
You know what? It's for the best. I'm not that hungry tonight anyway, and was worried I'd end up seeming like an ungrateful guest.
That's kind of you to say. I'll even choose to believe that you're not just saying that to spare my feelings.
I'm really not, I promise.
So sorry about all this. May I at least offer you some tea?
That sounds perfect.
Wonderful. Let me quickly clean up and put the samovar on.
Thank you again for inviting me over, Anastasia. I actually got you a little something to repay your hospitality.
Did you now? Oh, Lisa, you really shouldn't have. Especially now that I can't even offer a proper meal in return.
I saw this and immediately thought of you.
Is that... Oh my goodness. Chopin? Lisa, I can't believe you got this for me. It must have cost a small fortune too. Are you sure?
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll treasure it, I promise. I only hope I won't wear the cylinder out. So, now that you're finally here, I have to ask, what do you think about this place? When it's not on fire, that is.
What can I say? It's a beautiful house. So spacious, so finely appointed.
That does about sum it up, doesn't it? You see, this house was passed down to us by Evgeny's uncle, Savelli. You must have heard of him already, the town mayor?
I have indeed.
Don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful, and realise how lucky I am to live in this luxury. Yet, I simply can't find myself at home, no matter how hard I try to make this place my own. It's as if I live in a museum full of beautiful things, but I, myself, am not part of this exhibit. You think I'm spoiled, don't you? I would if I was in your place, listening to all this.
I don't. Truly. I've been feeling quite misplaced myself lately, if I'm honest.
I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa. I think, in a strange way, I could sense that already. Perhaps that's why it felt so easy to share with you. This simply isn't me. And without Evgeny around, it is somehow worse. I can almost feel the walls staring at me, as if they're trying to banish me. I know I promised to introduce you to my husband earlier, but I can already tell he won't be joining us tonight.
I figured as much. I'm sorry.
It's quite all right, dear. I'm getting used to it. You know, sometimes I wonder what made me go down this path in the first place. I often find people as a whole difficult to like. There's just so much wrong with humanity. Individuals, on the other hand, so much easier to forgive a flaw and find the good in them. He is a good man. He really is. It hasn't been an easy time, but lucky for me, there is one place in this house that I can hide.
Really? Where is it?
The garden. It's my sanctuary when the house starts feeling too empty. I'd so love for you to see it. What time is it, anyway? Lisa, I'm so sorry for talking your ears off all this time. You must have been aching to leave for ages.
That thought hasn't visited me once throughout the whole stay.
You're very kind, but I simply can't keep you any longer. I will show you around the garden another night. That is, of course, if there will be another night.
You can count on it, my dear.
Splendid.
Thank you for your hospitality, Anastasia. Have a good night.
And you.
Hello, Lisa. Till next time.
Local music school. The hussar's lost in thought. I don't think he's noticed me. Why don't I pay him back with a little scare? Easy revenge.
Gah! Lisa! Gah, you little...
Just thought I'd show you how well I've taken your lessons.
Yes, you're very talented. Oh, I suppose I deserved it.
What are you doing up here? Seems an odd place to smoke.
I'm getting closer to the Lord, can't you see? Most of our kind won't even look at a church. It's good for getting some peace. Or it normally is, anyway.
Some peace. Whatever from.
Life. Or unlife, however you wish to call it. I take it you don't smoke?
I'm not fond of the taste.
Good. Good. Terrible habit.
Or you just don't want to share.
You got me. I'm too stingy. How else am I meant to pass these endless nights,
Weren't you the one going on about how being a vampire makes you feel more alive?
The flying part is good, I'll grant you. Eternity, though? It can be stifling.
I see what you mean. It's somehow both freeing and limiting at once. We're powerful, but we can't so much as enjoy the sun's warmth.
See, you get it. You play cards, Lisa?
A little.
Indulge me in a game?
I suppose I could. What are we playing for?
Secrets.
Ooh, I'm in. Prepare to give up your secrets, Hussar.
Such confidence. We'll see how long that lasts. There we go.
Ugh.
Now, what to ask, what to ask? We'll start with an easy one, Are you seeing anyone?
Why? Are you interested?
Answering a question with a question is against the rules.
No, I'm not.
Well, no shame in that. You've got a whole afterlife to find a special someone. Or several, if you choose. Next round, then.
Yes!
That was a fluke. Go on, then. I'm an open book.
What do you think of the Countess? How is she as a boss?
Fine, I suppose, as bosses go. I'll take her over the military any day. She can be a little, how to put it? Pragmatic. A good quality in a businesswoman, but you want to stay on her good side. But like I said, certainly not the worst boss I've ever had. Does that answer your question?
That was almost too casual. I wonder if he gets that question a lot.
Next round, then. And again!
Go on, then.
How many people have you killed?
What?
Come on now, you can tell me.
No one. I've seen plenty of deaths in my profession to do my best not to add to it.
Impressive.
You think so?
New vampires can get a little drunk on power. And blood. I can respect that kind of self-control. And that's that.
Fine by me. This wasn't my night.
Better luck next time, eh? And my time's about up. Gotta get back to work.
More errands for the Countess.
You know it.
What is it exactly you do for her anyway?
Whatever she likes. That was the deal.
The deal? So you have a mark too?
Just like yours. His blood for my services to his family.
Slow down, slow down. His?
Oh, of course. You never met him. The late Count Orlov.
You can make a deal like that? Seems unfair.
It wasn't quite that bad. I negotiated pretty well for a dying guy, if I do say so myself. And here I am, the well-kept servant of a great vampire house. Who could ask for more? Don't answer that. Thanks for the company, Lisa. Come join me up here again sometime, eh?
What a strange man. He's clearly unhappy, but even that feels like it's not quite the whole truth. Perhaps I'll ask him more about it next time.
Goodness! Oh! Fly away now.
Go away, you!
Oh, is that you, Trophime? I didn't expect to find anyone out here at this hour.
My lady, you scared me. I thought a Rusalka had finally come for her pound of flesh.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
That's all right. It's just my old mind being foolish.
Is that your boat out there?
Aye. I decided to bring it out here for good. Thought better for the townfolk to use when I'm not around than for it to gather dust inside my hut.
That's very kind of you. Are there even fish out at this hour?
Of course. Some critters only come out when it's dark, as you know. And others when it rains. I don't know why. I just know they taste good grilled and smoked.
You seem to know quite a bit about this hobby.
As I should. It was my papa that taught me everything I know. And I've worked out the best ways to catch fish and how to make bait. I try to go out on the lake as often as my body lets me. Which is getting less often as time goes on.
The Countess keeps you busy?
No more than her other servants. I have a good life, really. Better than most.
You can be honest with me, Trophime.
I'm alright, really. Thank you. But if I may ask you, why are you here? This isn't the sort of place I'd expect someone like you to visit.
Just exploring the area. Still trying to get used to my new home.
That makes sense. There is some beauty to be found in this town of ours. Still, your nice clothes and this mud are a bad mix.
Let me worry about that. You mentioned Rusalkas earlier. Do you really think they inhabit this lake?
I do. In fact, I know it to be true. I've seen one with my very own eyes.
And yet you live to tell me?
I know more about monsters than you might think. I knew the tricks it was trying to play on me and how to fight them. In the end, I was able to ignore its call and row my boat back to the shore. I've often thought that it'd be the Rusalka that gets me, if I'm not turned by the Countess anyway. It's almost like she's waiting for her chance again, for me to let my guard down. But I haven't yet. Old Trophime is not like a fish, to be caught by a simple lure.
Maybe you can take me one day.
Oh, no. My little boat is not fit for someone like you.
I promise. Your boat is far finer than the rotted dinghy my brother and I used to float on in summers.
It would be nice to have someone out there for a change. Perhaps you can join me for one of those nights. But if you ever do come fishing, you cannot wear such fine clothes. They'd be ruined.
Noted.
Now, if you don't mind, I must head out before it gets much later. If I don't, I'll miss my chance to earn myself some fine trophies.
Then don't let me keep you. Go and get your fish.
Thank you. It's been good speaking with you. Should you want to talk more, my cabin's at the edge of the forest near the manor. You're welcome to stop by after I finish my daily duties for the Countess.
Thank you, Trophime. I'll see if my schedule allows it. too dark. I don't want to stumble on a branch and break my neck. It's too dark. I don't want to stumble on a branch and break my neck. It's too dark. I don't want to stumble on a branch and break my neck. The smell is enchanting. I was always terrified that I would fall into a well when I was little. Far scarier things to worry about now. Keep up the good work, friend.
Fly away now.
More huts in the village down that way, and each one must have its own story. Locked. I should try again earlier in the day. Locked.
Lisa, what a lovely surprise.
May I see what you have in stock?
Certainly. Enjoy.
Some dusty sheet music. Glinka, Chopin, Bach. She really does have wonderful taste in music. Must have been next to impossible to get these cylinders.
Her eyes, her smile, her legs, her breasts. No, 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 this is all wrong. Rubbish, utter and complete rubbish. It's this blasted journal. The pages are so ridiculously thin. How can I concentrate on poetry when I constantly have to worry about tearing the damn paper? Are you all right? I swear to God I didn't mean that.
I know. Don't worry. Happens to the best of us. So, what did the poor book do to you to deserve such a battery?
It's just the pages in it, dreadfully unfit for writing, and... It's not about the book, really.
I sort of figured that. What happened?
Remember I mentioned my writer's block? I may have understated how long it's lasted.
How long has it really been?
I haven't admitted this to many people, but I imagine it might feel good to get it off my chest. It's been over a year since I wrote anything half decent.
That's not insignificant.
Indeed. I'm broke, and I have no idea when I'll manage to write anything worth a coin.
Are you and Anastasia getting by? Would you like me to lend you some money?
That's very generous of you, but I couldn't possibly accept. And besides, it wouldn't help for long. I need to find my muse again and publish something new. It can't happen soon enough.
There must be something we can do about all this.
Remember that journal I lost to Kirill? I must win it back before he sells it.
Win it?
That's the only way I see. Somebody told me he even already has a buyer and has a meeting lined up in a week. I need to act fast. I'd simply buy it back, but Kirill's asking price is astronomical. I know he's doing it on purpose to get back at me. He never liked me.
What's so important about that journal anyway?
Well, there was this poem that started to take shape in my mind, and I had a feeling... You know, that feeling when you know that something you're writing might be incredible.
Not with writing per se, but it's probably not unlike the satisfaction I get when someone I've been treating feels better. It makes me glow inside when you see the relief on their faces.
That is exactly what I mean. Point is, I think it might be something that would get me back on track. I was too drunk to remember it, and now it's gone. I must win it back.
Look, Kirill is cheating. I know that for certain now.
I knew it. My hand was a sure thing. That's why I thought it was safe to bet the book. No way he could have beaten me fairly.
Not the lesson you should learn from this, really, but that's not the point right now. I know how he's doing it, and I think we can outsmart him. His deck is marked. I'll teach you how to read the card backs, so you know what's next.
That's great, but if we play 21 and he doesn't deal me the winning cards, it won't be enough to know what's next.
I know what kind of cards he uses. I'll just buy a fresh deck with identical backs and mark them the same way. If you give me the signal for which card you need, I should be able to swap it with one of yours and switch them back later.
That's... damn. That's genius. But how are you going to do it without Kirill noticing?
Let me worry about that.
All right. If you're certain we can pull that off, that's good enough for me. I'm in. Let's do it. I can't tell you how grateful I am. How can I ever repay you?
Just don't do stupid things like that again. Besides, you still owe me a poem, remember?
Of course. I promise it will be worth it.
It better be.
Goodness! How are you doing this fine evening? Enjoy.
Ah, Lisa, my muse. How can I be of service?
Too bad I can't see my reflection in mirrors anymore. I wonder if I will one day forget my face.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Dr. Volkov, I have some questions. Well, I'd like to ask about my situation, if that's all right. Dr. Volkov's vessel. Nothing fancy, of course. Efficient use of space. Makes perfect sense.
If you don't mind, I'd prefer the window closed.
Sorry. What should I work on today?
There you are. Am I happy to see you? Ready for our heist?
Everything is set. Also, maybe don't call it a heist in the place where you're about to pull one.
Sorry, I'm not much of a conspirator. I'm quite nervous.
Trust me, it's all going to go smooth as silk. I'm doing the hard part, remember?
Indeed, you're right. Thank you. Let me just take one more shot for bravery.
It appears you've had quite a few already. This is how it all started, remember?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Whew. Hey, Kirill, you nasty weasel. Where are you? You got me drunk and cheated me out of something dear to my heart. I came back for what is mine.
Greetings, my friend. Are you talking about your dignity? I recall you leaving it here, but I'm afraid it's long gone.
Enough pleasantries. You said that if I beat you in cards, you'd give me back my journal.
Of course. Everyone knows I am a man of my word. Besides, who am I to stop you from giving me more money?
Then it's a deal. Best out of 3 wins. Everyone here will be my witness. Now bring out the journal so I know you still have it.
Ah, it's your funeral.
Hey, Lisa, over here.
Quite a show you've put on.
That's the only way I know. Strangely, a crowd always makes me less nervous. You can still slip me the right card, yes?
Shouldn't be a problem.
Great. Now listen. I want to lose the first hand so he gains confidence. Don't do anything then. In the second and third rounds, I'll give you a sign for the card. 1 knock for a 6, 2 knocks for a 10, 3 for an ace. Understood?
No problem.
Brilliant. Here he comes. Wish me luck.
Let's play.
Nobody's paying attention to me. I should be able to turn invisible unnoticed if I go over to the corner.
Hit me. Hit me. Hit me.
Oh, sure you want to do that. Remember, you can't blame me for your childish decisions this time around.
I said hit me.
Boo! Well, 1 out of 3 is mine. You know what they say? Unlucky in cards, lucky in love. Oh, wait. I guess that's not true for everyone either.
You son of a bitch. Deal the second round.
As you wish, my liege.
Evgeny knocked 3 times. What did that mean again?
21.
What? How in the world did you... No matter. Third round will decide the winner.
Now to swap it back so he doesn't notice it later. Perfect.
Hit me. Hit me.
I think he knocked just once this time. Now let's swap them back. Done.
I won! I won, everybody!
This isn't possible, damn it! How did you pull this off, huh?
You're a sore loser, aren't you? Quit your whining and hand me the journal.
Certainly. But first, why don't we see what all the fuss is about? Let us take a peek inside your poetic genius.
Don't you dare.
Man alive, Evgeny, I can hardly read any of this. You have the handwriting of a 5-year-old. Or her eyes, the depth of ancient waters? Her smile, a thread of finest silk? Ha! What a load of rubbish. Hold on a second. What's this?
Give it back this second.
Oh la la, what a charming young lady. And what's most intriguing, I could swear she isn't your wife.
You filthy bastard! You'll pay for this!
No, friend, I completely understand. Matters of the heart can be quite complex. Love makes us all suffer. Perhaps I should pay Anastasia a visit, though. I feel like she might be in need of some proper consoling, if you know what I mean.
That is the last straw. Sir, you've insulted my wife's honor, and I hereby challenge you to a duel.
Are you being serious right now?
Dreadfully so.
Fine, I accept.
What is the weapon of your choosing?
Pistols. It's about time someone shot the whimsy straight out of you.
Very well. I propose we duel a week from today.
Agreed. Let our chosen seconds arrange the exact time and place.
Perfect. Till then.
What a suicidal dolt. Everyone knows he's never held a gun in his life. Well, what are you all staring at? The show's over. Now get back to your drinking, please, and thank you.
Evgeny already left. He must need some time to himself. I should check up on him later.
Come here, bird.
Faina, nice to see you outside. Feeling better, I presume?
Much better, dear. All thanks to you. Come sit with me for a while.
Sure. So peaceful here. Didn't realize how much I needed this.
You know, Lisa, I have sort of a ritual. Once a week, no matter what, I always do exactly the same thing. I go to the general store and buy a small cone of seed and a fresh chocolate pastry. Then I come to this very spot and feed the birds. When the cone is empty, I eat my favorite treat in the world, all by myself, and think of absolutely nothing else but how delicious it is.
And how does that feel?
Tremendous, little dove. Everyone deserves a little break every once in a while. The trick is to allow yourself to enjoy it. Deceptively hard for some of us, isn't it?
Whenever I do have an evening to myself, most often I just feel guilty, as if I don't deserve it. Thinking of all the things I could be doing instead, all the things I didn't do.
Easier to stay busy than to face your feelings sometimes. How are you feeling lately, little dove? You were quite startled when I first saw you. Are you getting used to your new home?
It is getting better, little by little. But if I'm honest, I don't know if I will ever feel home again.
I see. You know, I think I have something at home that just might help. Stop by my place when you have a moment, dear, all right?
Oh, Vaina, you don't have to.
I do, little dove. Trust me. Ah, the seed is almost gone. That means...
Time for your alone time with the peace tree.
That's right.
I should go. Thank you for the advice, Vaina. Hope you enjoy your treat.
I always do. I hope you find yours soon, dear.
What is this? What is this?
Anastasia?
Evening, Lisa. Isn't it a beautiful night?
Stunning. So peaceful, too. You must spend a lot of time out here. I know I would.
Lately, I feel as if life is slipping through my fingers like sand, faster and faster every day. And there is no one to blame but myself. When I'm here, time itself seems to stop. So, yes, I come here rather often.
Anastasia, are you all right? I mean, really? I've been meaning to ask. Back when you were fighting the kitchen fire, was that a swear word I heard from you?
Being married to a man like Evgeny will do that to you.
You're not so prim and proper after all.
I suppose I'm not, really. About that moment, Lisa, may I confess something to you?
Of course.
I told you a lie earlier, and it has been bothering me ever since. Before the fire started, I never actually left the kitchen. Not physically, at least.
Oh, well, that's not nearly as scandalous of a lie as I expected.
I suppose not. But it still didn't feel right to lie to my friend.
A friend? But what happened then, if you don't mind me asking?
It's rather embarrassing. Do you promise not to laugh?
I will absolutely not make such a promise.
Fine. Well, I was sitting by the window and listening to a bird song outside. It was so beautiful that I started to compose a piece in my head. And before I knew it, I had a whole bird orchestra playing a concert.
Which birds are doing what parts?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Tell me. I bet the ducks were the brass.
Percussion, actually. Herons were on brass.
Ah, of course.
Sparrows were on strings, and swans were woodwind.
This is fascinating. Do you often compose animal music in your head?
Animals? No. But music? Yes. Quite often. It was my dream to be a composer, to write and play music all across the country, and maybe even beyond.
So, what happened?
My family. My womanhood. And Evgeny.
I see. Do you not still dream of living that life?
Of course I do. I just described a bird orchestra to you. But it's not meant to be, and I've come to terms with it.
Anastasia, listen.
Yes?
Lord knows you're going through a rough time, but this too shall pass. You are too talented to abandon your dream just like that. I want you to promise me that you will pursue it. You owe it to the world, to me, and most importantly, to yourself.
All right, I promise. But I'm only doing it because you begged.
I'll take it. And whenever you feel like you do tonight, I'll be there to comfort you.
Thank you, Lisa. That means the world. You've been such a comfort to me tonight. I wish the night didn't have to end, but it's getting late. I'm afraid I have to go to bed. Tomorrow will be a difficult day.
Sweet dreams.
Good night.